Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing? Love the way you look in the mirror and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from createyourself.today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Today is Friday, December 6th, and for some reason it is a special day before Christmas in Switzerland, and I'm yet to learn why is that. Not sure, but we'll find out. Anyhow, today is not about that. As I promised, today we are going to talk about, I wanted to talk about either different vitamin or mineral that is really important for your energy, for your body to be able to create that energy, because there is a lot of energy in different foods, but if your body doesn't have certain vitamins and minerals, it cannot access it. It's like there is a lot of energy in the sun, but we cannot use it. And for us, for here on Earth, we need to create, those certain devices to make the use of that energy. So the same goes to your body. Your body has to have certain devices, vitamins, minerals, certain enzymes, in order to get access to the energy that plant animal foods bring to us. So today we're not talking about vitamins. We will talk more about all the vitamins and minerals that your body needs for certain purposes till the end of December, starting Monday. Today we are talking about this, I believe, really important topic that any one of us needs to master if we want to change our behaviors, if you want to be different people than we were born or we are today. So today we are talking about science of changing your behavior, and I'm not talking about the addiction that you might have to maybe certain food substances or alcohol or smoking or playing games or watching television. I'm not talking about those kind of behaviors, and I'm not talking about automatic behaviors like biting your nails or spending an hour online without even realizing it. I'm not talking about automatic or those addictive kind of behaviors, even though they're also important. I'm talking about behaviors that you actually want to start doing regularly, about habits, conscious habits that you want to start practicing on a regular basis. Let's say you want to start exercise every single day, or let's say you want to start eating vegetables every single day, or you want to not eat sugar, even though that can be connected to some addictions or automatic behaviors. But the focus of today is on those behaviors, those habits that you want to start practicing, and for some reason, you might have tried it several times and you can't stick with it. So those kind of behaviors, and the science that I'm borrowing mostly is from the book Sticking With It. And guys, this is probably one of the best books that I've read on the science and practice of changing your behaviors. There is actually practical exercises, and there is science, and there is practical approach to how actually do it, right? And today, briefly, we will talk about all of the methods you can use to start doing, like eating healthier, eating your vegetables, like maybe fasting, maybe exercise daily, maybe doing meditation daily, maybe doing walking every single day, any sorts of behavior. It goes to your career, your personal development, your relationships, any behavior that you want to start practicing, any habit that will work for that. And the most powerful tool to stick with any behavior is to create or join a community. So for example, if you want to start exercising regularly, the best way is to find a community of folks, maybe like a meetup group who already do maybe weight training, maybe high intensity interval training. Maybe they get together to do running if you are into running. Maybe they go to the gym. Maybe it's a small group of people. Maybe you have a buddy who is equally interested in adopting this habit, who is not kind of buddy who, when you say, or let's skip it, I'm lazy today and I'm eating a lot today, and your body will say, yeah, sure, let's do that. Not that kind of body. You actually want someone who either already deep into it and not skipping it, and who's who's kind of like me, or somebody like me, who's never gonna skip exercise, like no matter what, snow, rain, sunshine, storm. That kind of person you want to have as a buddy, or somebody who's a beginner but equally committed to making the change. So you need that kind of buddy. Or you can also join a community of people for other habits, or for exercise habits too. Online, offline is better. We build connections. People inspire us more to be better versions of ourselves, or to do certain behaviors when we personally are connected with them, not when we connected with them online. We connect with people much more powerfully when we do it in person. So keep that in mind. Community, joining community that does stuff, community that supports you, community that empowers you to be a better person, community where they build trust and where they share failures and successes. So that kind of community driven by the same goal, and where you're not just sharing funny pictures or inspirational quotes, where you actually work on something. Those kind of communities will help you the most, hands down, by all the research, all the studies confirmed that those kind of communities, buddies, friends, will create a lasting change in your behavior. So, and at the end of the day, when you are quite regular with a certain behavior, when you already been practicing it for a while, after that, you won't need community that much, because that will become part of your personality, a part of who you are. So you're going to be an exerciser, or you're going to be a healthy eater, and that's going to be such a deep part of your personality that you're not gonna quit it. And if you do, don't exercise for a couple of days, or eat something that is not really healthy, and it's not the best choice, but you're still gonna come back to your personality, that's a sign that will show you that you indeed created habit for life. And community is the most powerful tool. The next most powerful tool is making it easy, as we talked yesterday, creating the environment that supports your new behaviors. That's the second most powerful tool, again confirmed by all the research. We people are very conditioned creatures. What is around us, what foods or cues or places or people we encounter every single day more often, and what those things make us think about, we will practice. So again, stock up on whole foods, delicious, healthy foods in your house, keep them everywhere, go to new places where you buy and order those healthy foods, walk around, I don't know, post some fitness pictures on your social media, subscribe to fitness social media accounts and engage with them, all of that. Design your environment as much as possible around the habits that you want to start. That's the second most powerful tool. Then another powerful, it's not so much tool as a concept that you need to practice, and you need to dig deeper into your personality and into your reasoning. So making it important, that's the next important thing. And by that I mean you need to figure out, why is that habit important to you? And is it important to you? Because if it's not really important and it's something that your best friend started to do, or your sister or your brother started doing, then you're not going to stick with that because it's not important to you, or at least you don't know yet how it is important to you. So if you want to start practicing certain habits, if you're really serious about it, then figure out why it is important to you. I suggest journaling about that. Anytime I want to figure out my why, I journal about that, because at first you start and you don't really know what to write about, but then as you continue, just write whatever is on your mind will give you the reasons. You will figure out what kind of person you are and why that particular thing is important. And sometimes you'll find out that you're the kind of person who that particular habit is not important. Like, I used to be vegan and it was important to me, and then it wasn't, because I realized that I'm eating a vegan diet for health reasons, but then I learned more and I realized that vegan diet is not the healthiest diet, and for long and short-term health, it seems from all the evidence that omnivore diet based on our actual nutritional needs and the best way to get them makes much more sense. So I was no longer vegan because my health also started to break, so there was no reason for me to stay vegan, and so I quit it. You gotta figure out what's important to you and what's not, and the habits that you want to start practicing, they gotta be important. Otherwise, you'll never be able to stick with that, no matter what community or environment is around you. If it's not important to you, you're not gonna do it. You're always gonna go for the things that you're most used to, because for your brain to change your behavior, it takes energy, and unless you make yourself aware of the fact that it is in fact important to you, you make your brain aware of the fact, then your brain not gonna allow you to change your behavior, because doing old things saves energy, doing new things takes more energy. As simple as that. The next one, besides making it important, guys, in order for us to achieve our goals, our dreams, by practicing certain behaviors, we need to realize that the certain things we aim for, we shoot for, we goal for, are dreams. The definition of a dream, you can't really say what the dream is, but it's something more of a long-term goal, maybe a vision that will never come true, might come true, might not. Like for me, changing our food system, where food equals health, where everything that is sold good for your short and long-term health. So that is my long-term vision. My dream, will I achieve it? I don't know. With the technology we have today, we might achieve it sooner than I expect. We might start living longer, so who knows, right? But that is my dream, that you can't really put a number on it. You can't put a date on it, because there are so many varieties. There's so many variables that this dream depend on. But I can have goals, so I can have things that are more definable, that are more short-term, like creating an application that would allow people to track easily, and also we'll be giving suggestions about what foods to eat to supply all the nutrients and vitamins and minerals in the best form available to you where you are. So that is one of my short-term goals, right? But even that, it will take a few months. And so for keep myself motivated, moving towards that goal, doing certain behaviors every single day to get closer to that goal eventually, I need to have steps, smaller steps. So today, for example, I'm writing a certain kind of paper for a developer, so when they look at it, they can understand how to program it, right? So this is a small action steps that I need to accomplish today. And a lot of our behaviors, especially things that support our long-term goals, our dreams, you need to have this kind of structure. You need to understand that you have a bigger dream, then you need to have shorter term goals for, let's say, 3 months. That's a good time frame for a short-term goal, 3 to 6 months maximum. And then you need to have steps that you do weekly, that you do daily, connected to your vision, a vision that is really important to you. And that's how you get yourself motivated to do things. You need to understand why you do the things you do. If you do them just because they're on your to-do list, that is highly questionable for most of us. We never know what works best. Then you're never going to be able to stick with those behaviors because your brain doesn't understand why those things are important. So you need to have that structure in your brain, so your brain makes sense why you do the things you do. And when there is an easier way, you can also switch that behavior because the one that you planned is no longer needed. I hope this makes sense. And if it doesn't, we can work through that on free Skype coaching session that you can book, following the link in the show notes, as usual, that will lead you towards my scheduler where you can put your information, your Skype, your phone number, your WhatsApp number, whatever is the easiest for you. And we can work through that and other aspects of changing your behavior together. And you're going to walk away with a 2-week plan of action steps that will lead towards your long-term goals. So that being said, the next important part is, okay, you have those, behaviors, you have those steps that you do daily, weekly, and you have your goals and you have your dreams. But in order for your brain also to feel strongly motivated to do those things, you need to reward yourself. You need to reward every step. Even if it's as simple as saying, good job, you did it today, yoo-hoo, and jumping and making your brain feel those good feelings. Very often we just do things, we accomplish them, but we never even congratulate ourselves. And for me, it means maybe having a piece of my favorite dark chocolate. That also makes it feel like a holiday that doesn't compromise any of my values. But yeah, just saying, great job, Angela, you did it. You didn't think you could and you did it. So congratulating yourself, smile at yourself, maybe even journaling about that. Those small things, they matter to your brain. And if your brain doesn't get pleasure from what you accomplish, if it doesn't make you happy, then guess what, guys? You're not going to be staying motivated for long periods of time. Unless it's a life or death kind of situation, that will keep you motivated no matter what. But yeah, rewarding yourself for each step along the way, rewarding yourself in a way that doesn't sabotage your long and short-term goals, the person you are becoming. That's a powerful tool to condition your brain to love doing challenging things and accomplishing your goals. So reward yourself instead of trying to always critique yourself. That's what we do. That's what I used to do. You're like bad person for not doing, and you never congratulate yourself for actually accomplishing things, and even small things. You did something that you personally couldn't do before, and that's a reason for celebrations, even if it's a small one. And just saying, great job, Angela, and move forward. Let's get after it. So rewards, and then repeating it is another very important aspect of changing your behavior. And there is a good saying, I heard it from Tim Ferriss, not sure where it came from, maybe you know, and it goes something like, you cannot think yourself into a new way of doing, but you can do yourself into a new way of thinking. So a lot of people, when I coach people, I notice that we still hold this belief that we need to think ourselves into being a new kind of person who does the things that we need to do. But actually, just simply doing the thing, you're going to become the person who does those things, who thinks those thoughts. So example, you want to start, let's say, going for a morning walk or morning run or morning, I don't know, bicycle ride or something. So you want to start exercise in the morning. So instead of thinking about I don't know, all the great reasons to exercise, all the health benefits, all maybe you were struggling with weight loss. Instead of thinking about that, and instead of thinking about what kind of person you need to become to start exercise daily, or what else you need to change in your life, or how complicated is it, instead of doing that, make it simple. Make it simple as putting your shoes in front of your bed if you have to, putting those shoes on with the clothes that you also put out before going to bed. Putting shoes on and going for exercise. And putting it on a calendar to do it every day this month, for example. You do it. You don't think about it, you just do it. Even if it's 10 minutes, even if it's 15 minutes, start small, that is also important. You do it. And then a month, you have this whole month when you exercise every single morning. And then you reflect and you look back and you're like, I like being a person who exercises every day. I am that kind of person because I do exercise every day. I did it for the whole month. And that is the most powerful signal to your brain that you are the kind of person who exercises and who thinks how to do certain prioritization in your life. So you do have the time, you do have the opportunities to go and exercise every day because you are that kind of person. Action will always speak louder than words to your brain specifically. So instead of thinking about it too much, how you can eat healthier, just eat vegetables at every single meal this month till the end of this year. That's an easy thing to do, and you don't have to think much about it. Don't think, just do, and you will start thinking better. Believe me, guys, it's proven. Do the things like if you want to build a successful business, don't think about whether you are born to be an entrepreneur, whether you have a great idea or not. Just have an idea that you want to make happen. Don't think about it and do steps to make it happen. And once you move forward, you'll learn from it and you'll figure out whether you want to continue or you don't want to continue. And if it's really important to you and you do want, just doing single steps, every single day in and day out, and that will tell your brain that you are in fact an entrepreneur and or an exerciser, and you're gonna succeed because you do the things that you need to do, and at some point they're gonna accumulate and bring the result that you want. So to sum it up, all these steps and concepts you want to start practicing to change your behavior long term for life. So the most powerful tool is community, friends, people who support your journey, who are on the same journey, who are driven by the same journey. So community. Then easy environment. So environment that makes it easy for you to do that behavior and makes it difficult or impossible to do the behavior that is counterproductive to this new habit. Like, for example, having a lot of junk foods when you're trying in your house when you're trying to lose weight. Like, this is not the kind of environment that supports your goals. A lot of people are telling me, I want to stop eating sweets. But then you ask them what they have in their house, or I go to their house and I look, and there are like cookies and candies for the time when, they want to have something special. That's not how it works, guys. If you want to change your behavior, you need to create the environment that supports the behaviors you want to do, not the behaviors that you want to quit. And your brain always knows what's in the house, like it does. So you can't fool yourself in that instance. Make sure that you know why this behavior is important. Doing things for the sake of doing, your brain will never get after it, because your brain's purpose is to save energy to keep you alive. So if something is not important, your brain will sabotage it eventually. Then realizing that you have bigger dreams and smaller goals and even smaller steps that you do daily and weekly, keeping those in mind and understanding how each action, each step every day contributes to bigger goals that are super important and valuable to you. That kind of work you need to do to do the behavior on a regular basis, like maybe working on your business or on your health, on your exercise habits. And don't forget to reward yourself and congratulate yourself. Good job, Angela. Yoo-hoo! And whatever rewards make sense to you, whatever you value the most, the bigger the accomplishment, the bigger the reward. But make sure that it doesn't go against your new values or behaviors that you are working on. And then simply repeat it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Do it, do it, do it. You cannot think yourself into a new way of doing. You can do yourself into a new way of thinking. And that's why actions will always speak louder than words. So that's it for today, guys. So work on certain assignments, like figuring out how daily steps contribute to bigger vision of your life and of yourself. Figure out why certain things, certain behaviors you want to start doing are important to you. Make sure that your environment supports it. Make sure that you have a community, supportive community. Even if it's one friend, one new friend, one old friend, make sure that you have that supportive people environment or community in your life. And that's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, if you'd like to work through this process together, schedule our session, free, complimentary for listeners of this podcast. The link is in the show notes. Next week, we're gonna start working on vitamins and minerals that allow your body to get the energy and health from your foods. And till then, guys, have an awesome weekend. No matter where you are, no matter what's going on in your life, there is always a choice to make this weekend, this day awesome, this moment awesome. And as usual, till next time, eat better daily.